Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply. This video is to bring you a closer look at the Donjo LP-312P-DU. This is what they call an Adams Rite blank latch protector for outswinging doors. I have one removed from the packaging. Let's take a look at it. By the way, it weighs about 1.13 pounds, about a pound and an eighth. And here it is. This is nothing other than a piece of steel that's bent in this offset sort of shape. But that is in essence what a latch protector really is. It's a piece of steel generally. It could be stainless. I'm sure there are definitely aluminum products as well. And what these kinds of shapes are meant to do is to basically work towards preventing someone from loiding the latch of the lock. And loiding, L-O-I-D-I-N-G, is the industry term. That's what is used that is an official term in the dictionary of the governing industry when it comes to locksmithing, loiding. Let's take some basic dimensional properties. Overall width about 2 3/4. Sorry. It's supposed to be 12-inch overall height, maybe just shy on that. In terms of material thickness, let's take a look at that now. 0.112, so 1/8 of an inch. Now, why are you looking at this piece of steel that's bent in this shape? We call it a latch protector. Let's talk about that now. If you are enjoying this video, please click thumbs up or like, and also please consider subscribing to our channel. Let's move on to the rest of the video. So it's likely you want to add a latch protector to your opening, and you're looking at this video because you're curious to know what it actually looks like. Well, here it is. And the question becomes will it fit? Will it work? Will it accomplish what you want to? And the answer is probably yes, absolutely. What is striking about this is that it's blank. So there's no hole for a cylinder. So anything that this is protecting, you are counting on not needing to be able to get in with a key with this model. You could very easily have since Adams Rite is in the name of this, you could have an Adams Rite exit-only mortise-style exit device. You can get to that latch bolt and loid it. You can put something between the jamb, spread that open, and probably bypass the locking hardware on the door, or the hardware that's making it secure. This is going to go towards preventing someone from just manipulating it. It'll boil down to, will this fit? And it's not only the width and the height that we talked about earlier, but the crucial thing to know is what the offset of this latch protector is. So it's the dimension from here down to here. And my caliper is telling me that's about about 7/32 of an inch. No, 9/32 of an inch. Forgive me, 9/32 of an inch. Just heavy on 1/4 inch. Doors will be offset like this, and you have to make sure that you do have a partial inset on your door versus the frame, meaning you've got your frame and you've got your door. The door can be positioned right on the outside of the frame, or it could be moved in a little. When you're using an offset latch protector like this, you're moved in a little. You wouldn't use this when you have a flush condition, which is very common in aluminum storefront. Wood doors as well. But you could have a flush condition, but you're accounting for some sort of weird trim that's on the frame. I've had a customer one time needed a large offset because there was casing, brick mold, attached to the pull side of the opening. And he didn't want to get in there and chisel all that away, so he just elected to wrap over that with the offset, kind of like this, right? With the offset astragal. So it could be that you have an inset application, or you have some treatment on the frame that's forcing you to look at an offset like this. It's just heavy on 1/4 inch. The other thing to know is, will this space over far enough on your door to where you can mount it? So from where that offset starts, it's about 1 1/4 inches to where the center of the bolts are. Okay. Then from there, it's going to wrap over the face of your frame nominally about 5/8 of an inch. So if there's a confluence of that working for you, then it's possible that this is going to work. When it comes to astragals like this, it's latch protectors. It could be an astragal. If this was 7 foot long, you'd have one giant latch protector, and we can help you with that. But the point of the matter is, if that offset works for your application, and 12-inch is plenty tall enough, and it probably is, this is ideal. The only thing I can think of that you wouldn't use this for is because it's most likely you're going to need a cylinder. Now, it could be you want a blank one because you're going to drill the cylinder hole yourself because of an unusual circumstance. Maybe you have a back set that a unit with a hole in it will not accommodate, and you need to move that around. Or you might have some unusual lock. You want this width, this length, and this offset, and you have some lock preparation that you're going to get in here and notch around. Who knows? You might be modifying this. This client that we're sending this to, I know that he's modifying this material, and something blank like this serves his purposes. I had mentioned the bolts earlier. This will come with through bolts. This is meant, these are what are called carriage bolts. A carriage bolt is characterized by a round head like that with a square profile underneath. You'll notice the square profile here. That prevents the bolt from spinning as you're tightening the nut. There are 2 nuts and 2 washers. These are called acorn nuts. You have to be mindful that when I had mentioned earlier that dimension from here to over here is 1 1/4 inches. Think in your mind's eye, when you through bolt this through the door and you have those acorn nuts on the inside, about 1 1/4 inches over from the edge, when that door goes to close, here's the rabbet of the frame, here's the face of the stop. When that door goes to close, are my bolts going to hit the face of the stop? Probably not, because 1 1/4 inches is well enough far over. But be mindful, if you have other hardware that's there, you've got an acorn nut that's going to be coming closed on the inside of the opening. I really can't think of anything that it will conflict, and you should be okay. Now, to bolster the concept that this is used for an Adams Rite mortise style exit device, that 12-inch spread should be plenty enough to fit your exit device right inside of here, so you're not trying to drill a hole through interior hardware to bolt this. So there you go. Let's switch to the screen view quickly, and we'll just take a closer look at some supporting information. If you are enjoying this video, please click thumbs up or like, and also please consider subscribing to our channel. Let's move on to the rest of the video. Here's the item that we are looking at. This is a stock image. This will likely not be here by the time you're seeing this video. This is a blank. There is no hole for a cylinder. Extended description information, blank latch protector for outswinging doors. It's clearly an outswinging door. You really can't have this as an inswing because there'd be no way for it to otherwise swing. You got your door. Okay, it's got to swing out, obviously. Okay, that's what they're talking about. It can't be an in-swing. Danjo does make in-swinging latch protectors. I'll show you those in a moment. 12-gauge steel. It's about 1/8 of an inch. Furnished with bolts, the dimensional properties. And they're also telling us that it has an 1 1/8 back set. That is obviously not accurate at all for this, so I'm going to go in and clean this up right now. The point being, by the time you're seeing this video, that will be eliminated. That's obviously just copy and paste error. Now, there is a template. Let's take a look at the template. Doesn't really apply to our P version. This is an LP312P. We'll see about getting all that deleted so you're not looking at stuff that will just serve to confuse. They do list a DU and an SL. DU is a dark brown powder coat. SL is a silver powder coat. So they make them in at least those 2 finishes. There's then the product brochure, product catalog. And let's do a find function for LP-312. And we will find them. That's where it's all coming from. They don't show an image of the blank unit. We're dealing with the P version, no center hole. So there's the standard unit with the hole, the unit without the hole. Then there are the same 2 units with EBF. EBF, if you recall, I talked earlier about acorn nuts. Early in the catalog, they have a reference to EBF. The bottom line is that is an extremely narrow head bolt that if you had conflict with the stop of your frame, the face of the stop on your frame, you'd want to order these EBF. You could order an EBF regardless. Won't hurt anything. I would prefer it. I honestly wouldn't want a 5/8 tall acorn nut hanging off the face of my door. So you might just order EBF. But it's unusual for people to order the EBF, and I think it's because they just don't know about it, is the bottom line. Those are the two finishes they have available. Now, there is a link below this video, as seen here, to the manufacturer's page. From here, we can pull up not only all of the Danjo products that we sell by means of this horizontal navigation, as seen here, but also a link to the manufacturer's website, as well as a link to the full product catalog, but that full product catalog broken down into all of its subsections. If you know the name Danjo at all, you do for their wraparound plates most likely, and for latch protectors. Okay, but did you know they make pivots, they make hinges, they make strike plates. They do a great job with strike plates, especially extended lip strike plates. They make push and pull hardware as well. Let's take a look at some actual photographs of the material. These are also linked or listed down below, showing the contents. Showing the offset. They show the offset at 3/8 of an inch. Sure, if you went from down here all the way to the top of this, yeah, you're going to be at 3/8. But we're showing an effective offset of about 9/32 of an inch. And we have one more group of images to look at, showing that leading edge. You can definitely tell this is powder coated just by looking at the texture on the paint. Powder coating is a very durable means by which to paint something. The underside of the unit, a close-up of the square prep for the carriage bolt, and then the paint itself, and then your bolt package. 2 acorn nuts, 2 washers, 2 carriage bolts. I believe these are 5/16. I'm so sure of it that I won't test. I believe they're 5/16. And I think the catalog called it out at 5/16 anyway. We have an LP312, yeah, right here. 2 5/16 18 2 1/4 carriage bolt with acorn nuts and washers. Let's wrap up this video on camera. If you are enjoying this video, please click thumbs up or like, and also please consider subscribing to our channel. Let's move on to the rest of the video. All right, in conclusion, this is what the LP312P looks like in a DU finish. Nice quality company, Danjo. They have very good folks over there in customer service. These are hardware people, and they have been for decades. You dial the phone number, one of 2 or maybe 3 people will answer. They can tell you where your stuff is, you know, how long it takes, how many they have in stock. They can answer technical questions about it as well. Nifty little company that has a relatively small footprint within the industry, but really produces a lot of material and solves a lot of problems as well. A lot of their product line is niche type product, but enough of what they do is mainstream, where Danjo, that name is going to come up over and over again. Any questions on the LP312P or any other Danjo product, please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you. Again, thank you for watching, and if you've enjoyed this video, please click thumbs up, please subscribe, and maybe even send the video to someone that you know. Thank you.